Mabuhay, Sinta! In this video, we will step into the shoes of investigators. Our case, a mysterious decline in the world's natural treasures. The suspects, over-tourism, habitat destruction, greenwashing, climate change, and over-extraction of natural resources. But like any good detectives, we're not here just to uncover what went wrong. We're here to solve it. Our mission is to crack the code of how tourism, when planned wisely, can protect rather than destroy. According to United Nations World Tourism Organization, biodiversity plays a crucial role in tourism, as a well-preserved natural environment is essential for the industry's overall appeal and competitiveness. As highlighted by UNWTO, healthy and biodiverse natural environments such as coasts, mountains, forests, rivers form the essence of tourism attractions worldwide. Ecotourism, on the other hand, is a form of responsible travel that specifically focuses on conserving natural environments, supporting local communities, and providing educational experiences for visitors. It encourages travelers to engage with and appreciate biodiversity while minimizing environmental impact, making it a key strategy for protecting ecosystems. The first case we will solve is over-tourism. According to United Nations World Tourism Organization, rapid urbanization with the surge in international arrivals from 25 million in 1950 to over 1.3 billion in 2017 has intensified pressure on natural resources and sensitive habitats. In ecotourism destinations, this pressure can lead to habitat disturbance, overcrowding in protected areas, and increased waste and pollution. As a result, both biodiversity and community well-being suffer when tourism exceeds a destination's carrying capacity, underscoring the need for responsible, well-managed tourism practices. Government authorities and policymakers play a vital role in this process through regulatory frameworks and budget support, aligning with SDGs 11, 14, and 15, as well as GSET Article Number 3. These interventions advance the planet aspect of the triple bottom line theory, ensuring that ecological sustainability fosters tourism growth while protecting biodiversity. Tourism, when done sustainably, becomes a tool for preservation and not destruction.
Mabuhay Sinta, I am Mark, and for my case, I will be talking about resource management. In tourism planning, interrelated with ecosystem and biodiversity, one challenge that often gets overlooked is the over-extraction of natural resources. Tourism depends heavily on biodiversity, be it in water or on land. So when tourism takes place but the planning is weak, the pressure on ecosystem multiplies. UNEP in 2022 highlights that many tourist destinations consumes up to 3 times more water per tourist than the local community. This excessive water use can in turn reduce wetland and mangrove resilience, which are critical habitats for numerous species. We see this in Panglao, where rapid tourism growth led to constructions causing groundwater depletion, affecting water quality from nitrate contamination, and ultimately directly influencing the marine biodiversity in the area. A strong solution is adopting a sustainable resource management planning anchored in the values of common pool resource theory. This will require planners to limit resource use when environmental thresholds are uncertain. This approach advances SDGs 14 and 15, life below water and life on land, and reflects GSET Principle 3, emphasizing long-term environmental sustainability. When tourism respects ecological limits, biodiversity has the space to survive and recover.
Mabuhay, Sinta! We now have the third case in our hands, the mysterious disappearance of forests, coral reefs, and wetlands worldwide. As these habitats vanish, the species that depend on them and the landscape that attract tourists fade with them too. Our prime suspect, habitat destruction. Our pieces of evidence comes from major investigative reports, starting from the Living Planet report in 2020, revealing that global wildlife populations have dropped by a staggering 69% since the 1970s, with the habitat loss standing out as one of the key drivers of this decline. The UN and the IPBES in 2019 report further intensifies our suspicions, revealing that 23% of the world's land is now so degraded that it can no longer produce crops as it once did, and warns that about 1 million species are now at risk of extinction due to land use change and development pressures. And because cities have more than doubled in size since the early 1990s, nature is losing space even faster. To crack this case, we turn the carrying capacity theory, a guiding principle urging us to keep tourism within ecological limits. By setting the number of visitors per day, enforcing protected area zoning, and supporting community-based tourism, we can prevent tourism from becoming an accomplice to environmental damage. These actions directly supports SDG 14 and 15 and align with the GSET Article 3 and 6, which calls for promoting tourism while considering it sustainably and cross-stakeholder cooperation. Ultimately, solving this case requires collective action so we can make a better future for the next generations. Because tourism can only truly thrive when the biodiversity that sustains it survives.
Mabuhay Sinta, I am Vince. In the Philippines, tourism is a powerful economic engine. The OT Secretary Frasco affirms it's a vital contributor to our GDP and a driving force for development. However, tourism is also a significant contributor to climate change. According to UN Tourism, the sector's emission of greenhouse gases cause global warming, which directly affects the very biodiversity it depends on. For our case number 4, we see this threat in places like El Nido, Palawan. Unregulated tourism growth, with poorly planned establishments and inadequate sewage treatment, has led to chronic coastal contamination. Despite efforts like a new sewage treatment plant, fecal coliform levels remain stubbornly high, polluting our waters. To solve this case, LGU must create strict waste management ordinances and implement a comprehensive sustainable development plan that genuinely balances environmental protection with economic growth. Additionally, the LGU must adopt crucial regulatory and enforcement strategies learned from the Boracay case. This rehabilitation effort, according to the study by Sabandal and Gumban, successfully fostered increased community environmental consciousness and compliance, evidenced by the positive changes in the Bulabog area. The concept reflects Article 3 of the GSET and SDGs 12, 13, 14, and 15 as addressing climate change through collaborative practices fosters sustainable practices. Crucially, we must integrate the triple bottom line theory, emphasizing people, planet, and profit. So this approach mitigates climate impacts while promoting balanced environmental protection and economic growth.
Mabuhay Sinta! For this next case, I'm shifting through the clues of greenwash claims to uncover what truly counts as an authentic ecotourism. A key challenge in biodiversity conservation is ensuring ecotourism is practiced authentically. So without clear principle and proper management, it can easily become greenwashing. Kuhar and Gondolf in 2020 conducted a comparative analysis of resorts on the Red Sea coast. They found out that some self-identified eco-resorts on the Red Sea had environmental impacts equal to or worse than conventional resorts. This highlights the need for clear standards and attainable solution. Authentic ecotourism can be guided by three widely recognized pillars by International Ecotourism Society. First is by conservation, second, community empowerment, and lastly, education. Applying adaptive management theory ensures that ecotourism strategies are continually monitored, evaluated, improved to balance environmental protection with community and visitor needs, aligning with SDG 8, 14, and 15, and GSET's Article 3 and 5. Best practices include zoning and visitor limits, eco-certification, low-impact infrastructure, and partnerships among government, NGOs, private sectors, and community.